You sure we're ready to go?
Yep. We are live, and today we are reacting to Death Battle Asura versus Kratos.
I am Shimoda Brian.
I am MegaSilver 3000.
You ready to face You'll face my wrath.
The wrath.
Get ready to face my Spartan fury.
We shall see whose rage is stronger.
Favorite Mario game?
What does this have to do with this?
What are you
I'm
speaking?
bored, okay?
Well,
I mean, where's the YouTube countdown? I would have been funny if that started there. That's my phone.
Did you really? So, I guess we should do a rundown of our knowledge of these two characters.
I'll make this quick and simple. This was a matchup that definitely is well requested back on the Death Battle.
My knowledge is... Oh, without me to TV while the advertise and the
I should probably go first. My knowledge, I've played through God of War 1,
Where's the
2,
remote?
3, 2018, Ragnarok, and the PSP game. So, I pretty much know the ins and outs of Kratos' story and powers.
I myself, no God of War, but he is the knowledge of this.
My knowledge of God of War is through the 2018 Let's Play and Silver's reviews.
Yeah.
Which are great, and you should check them out.
I knew Asura a little more, but I have never played this game until recently. And honestly, even though you two may see it as just only cutscene only, it definitely has a lot. It definitely brought a lot of emotions.
Did you do the Let's Play because of the Death Battle?
Honestly, look, I bought this game because of this episode. And I want to actually mention this much. This matchup is interesting for a reason. See, the thing was, there was a chance it could have happened twice. Earlier, if that makes sense.
But now it's finally seeing the light of day.
Yeah, back in at the end of season 9, which was 3 years ago, because that was during 2022, there was a poll. It got second place in a 3D poll. It lost to the fan favorite, to the long-awaited Cole McGrath versus Alex Mercer, a matchup that took too long to finally get through. And back in 2023, when there was going to be, quote, a season 11, it actually won for a good bit, but then when it came up against Tomcat versus Coyote, it kind of just, it only got second place. And, well, we all know what happened, but it's now ironic. This episode is happening first.
Yep.
This episode is happening first and before Tomcat.
The Coyote is started!
You know, introduce yourself, Retro.
Hi, Metro Mini. What do you want me to say? I said all I needed to say.
Good.
Alright,
Here he is.
here we go!
We have a header.
And as many of you probably know,
versus Asura.
Okay, they started in that.
Sparta versus the Wrathful Destructor.
last time Kratos was on Death Battle was during the Greek era.
And that was also when Ben Singer was the only animator.
Yep.
Not the best animator.
Enough history, let's react.
Yep.
Let's see how we got.
In the beginning, the Primordials waged war across existence.
Alright.
A series of cosmic clashes that birthed the universe.
Boom! Now that's what I call a big bang!
From Ceto's death, the oceans would flow. From Uranus' strikes, the stars were spawned, and so forth. Thus, the world itself was born.
Oh yeah,
Violence.
the only God of War game I have not played yet is
Uranus
Ascension.
was overthrown
Right.
by his Titan son, Kronos, who was overthrown by his Olympian son, Zeus, who battled his own son, Kratos.
As a classic bastard,
1,000 plus
Zeus,
years old.
Kratos
Huh,
was
part
left
guard,
among
He's
part
older
mortal.
than the
far
Doctor.
exceeding all among him.
He dislikes
became a fierce
Sackboy.
warrior, winning many
Oh wait, I know. That's a reference to like a PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale ad,
Who are
actually.
these guys who
Oh.
are kicking my ass, and my life is yours?
Down in the picture.
The deal was made.
Hello.
Hey,
We got our fourth reactor, Lucario X Gundam.
Chain swords and basically a
Can hit.
badass
Yeah.
whirlwind of flame and steel.
But Ares had a scheme. While doing work for his god, Kratos accidentally murdered his own family, permanently marked by the ashes of his wife and daughter. He was, forevermore, the ghost of Sparta.
So, he was kinda understandably really pissed off. Time for a new god of war. The gods were crapping
Well,
their
at least
togas in
Boomstick was
fear
more
as the new
tasteful
god of
this
war
time.
took
Thankfully.
rage on all
I mean,
of
he is a fodder
them and
at
got
this
some
point.
gear out of it, too.
With Poseidon's trident and Icarus's wings,
Oh, yeah.
Kratos dominated
Now we're
both
seeing a lot of
sea
the
and sky. He
fuck
also
ton of
has an
weapons for
insanely
Greece.
Yeah.
powerful severed
I
head.
never see all
No,
of them.
and not
but-
much for Norse.
Because of Hades,
Yeah.
steel
Yeah,
sword,
Norse, he
even
only
sword
relies on
Hades
his
himself.
axe
Should've
and
thought that
his
one through, man.
spear and
Neither
his
Perseus
blades.
or
Yeah, and
Hercules
his
were a
blades
match
from
for
Greece.
I'm just
Nor
sitting
was
there,
Helios,
Foster, just
the
wondering.
sun god
Okay, so
capable
how
of
many
moving
weapons do you have
stars
in your
and
pocket?
spreading light across the entire underworld.
He fought
How big are your pockets?
strength.
Don't
He
ask.
broke the
Greek
low
magic.
barrier of
Yep.
the universe. So Kratos forced him to hold up the cosmos on his own instead.
And he could do it with just one hand, according to the novelization.
Even his grandpappy Kronos failed to stop him.
If I actually
The guy who
told,
overthrew the
what
primordial
was
that
the
punched
guy
the
that
universe
was
into
holding the world?
existence.
Causing
Atlas,
shockwaves
Atlas,
that
he's a
moved
titan.
over
Yeah, he
God.
actually
faster
he
than
switched.
light. A frankly
He had
incomprehensible
Superman
feat.
hold the world for a while just so he can
Proved a
go
serious
over
challenge
to his daughter's
until
wedding.
Kratos drew perhaps his ultimate weapon, the Blade of Olympus.
Oh,
It can make
disaster.
tornadoes, lightning, force fields. Oh, and it can stab the hell out of you. It's Siphon.
Stab, stab, stab!
It can pull it up the-
Yeah.
No, God, just go all stab, like you're freaking spy
Even
from Team
Kratos
Yeah.
Fortress.
released hope across the Greek
No, that's
world,
actually Sniper, that's
he
the
could
quote
only
from-
do so after annihilating everything.
Like a badass, he was unstoppable, non-stop killing and sex and even more killing.
I don't know what I did, but that gotta be
His
racist.
wife and
What?
daughter.
You know how
were gone.
that was what
What
Mel
was he
Will
to
said
do?
when he did the whole gods after fighting Kratos.
For
He
years.
literally-
Oh, yeah.
Poseidon.
Yeah.
There's the comic house.
His
I
second
saw.
wife. Good start,
I can't
buddy.
get a single
Kratos
hit.
had a new
My
lease
bad.
on life, but he could not escape his past mistakes.
There's a reason he hid his swords in a dingy basement. Even so, Faye insisted he could do better. So he became a dad to a new boy.
Easily the toughest task he ever undertook, especially after Faye unfortunately died of a mysterious illness.
Damn it, not again! But hey, it wasn't Kratos' fault this time, and Faye left the tools he'd need to keep the boy safe, including the Leviathan axe.
Far from the whirling rage of the Blades of Chaos, the Leviathan axe was deliberate and mighty, said to rival Mjolnir itself.
Yeah, the axe was created to counter Mjolnir.
I see. Interesting.
So you can have those awesome weapon clashes.
Yep.
And it even
Interesting.
shatters souls.
Kratos may have once been a sword of vengeance, but with his new weapons and a new purpose, he stood as a shield against the godly Aesir.
Too bad he just can't help but get in trouble with gods. But now he
Yep.
knew how to control his anger.
Which is even more important than it sounds. Kratos' Spartan rage summons an inner strength with magical properties.
He can even get so pissed off that he straight up heals himself. That seems like the opposite of what should happen.
Not all anger is
Yeah, so
If
safe
you,
to
if you watch
assume.
Naruto, yes.
Safe to assume Kratos also has a healing factor.
Like the
Yeah.
Draupnir ring, which
But I'm
can
not sure
summon
how-
a bunch of wind spheres.
how
They
Ostrich
can
is
absorb
superior,
all
really, I
types of
think.
energy and
He
play
probably
games.
is.
Kratos
Even
with Japanese
has relics and
mythology.
magic that
That's
can
That's what I want to see
time.
next.
Yeah.
Naturally, he contested
No, you want
with the
to see,
strongest of the
Western.
Norse
No,
gods.
that's what you want to
West.
see.
The god
Wild
of
West.
thunder,
He wants to
Thor,
Wild West.
who was powerful enough to fight the fire giant Surtur and the world serpent Jormungandr at the
Get
same
that bitch out of here!
Oh, and that fire giant would be the cause of actual Ragnarok. You can't defeat me, Thor. I know, but he can.
Well,
To be honest,
Okay.
Thor was already dead. You should have used
killed off
Odin.
Ragnarok for a considerable time on
It
his
would've been
own.
funnier, though.
And the sheer power
No, it
of
would've been funnier if they
Ragnarok
put it in-
shook
if they put
Yggdrasil
Marvel
down
for
to its very
head.
roots.
That's the world tree, which is like a literal tree that connects the whole universe.
According to Freya, the tree's very existence supports all of creation among its boughs.
Though in
Every
Ragnarok,
strand
Kratos says
transcends
that
time,
Greece had no
transcends
world
space.
tree.
Everything
Huh.
comes
So
back
it's
to
probably
the tree.
only a
So
world
it's
tree to
kinda
the
like
Norse
Kratos
realm.
lives in a really
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
wondering if there's gonna be some
big tree house.
questions
In his
about
quest
that.
to free the Norse
Yeah, it's
world,
like-
Kratos
from
What?
what I-
There it is. There it is. Look at
Shut
this.
but someone like
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Once again.
Even better, he actually got to be a decent dad. And now the boy is a man and also a bear.
Yeah.
But this
Hey, Kuma,
future
where
will
have
be
you
different.
been?
He'd be
Who's
more
Kuma?
than he was in the past. Not
Wanna
just a
Kuma?
god of war, but a leader, a father, and a defender. A god of hope.
Yep, as you can see.
Well, the time's gonna change in the next game.
Yep, as you can
God
see.
fucking damn it!
It's unusual for Death Battle.
But yeah, as you can see from that final shot, that is the final shot of Valhalla, bringing the story back full circle to the first game.
Yeah, definitely. That's definitely a good way.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to say what the next God of War would be, though.
I mean, Kratos is still a god of war, but God of Hope is, I guess, another title he's taken.
Yeah.
Usually they do the advertisements before the final fights.
No, they don't. Starting from season 9 they started doing it in between combatants. They always do in between combatants analysis.
Also, what kind of fun advertisement is this? You just see a JPEG.
Don't worry about it.
I don't even know what it's supposed to be about.
Yeah.
And guess what? I don't give two shits.
Don't watch ads, but
I guess that's one problem.
Well, nobody watches ads out of free well unless it's for video games.
Long ago,
here.
a demigod fell from the heavens, only to rise from the depths of Naraka after 12,000 years.
After 12,000
there you
I
go.
hate they got that reference.
everything's dumb enough to get in his way. He was the demigod of wrath, Asura.
So the god of war versus the god of wrath.
Asura
Yep.
served as defender of humanity against the impure
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you. Thank
Have
you.
gone.
of the world.
Yeah!
Demigods battled the
He
Yeah.
should have been there.
Okay, so that's the proper term, physically. So, I guess Shadow the Hedgehog is 15
The Guardian Generals
physically.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Essentially hyper-powerful mystic cyborgs. They could each harness mantra through a different emotional affinity. For August, it was greed. For Yasha, it was melancholy.
I'll give you one chance to guess what Asura's is.
By tapping into his wrath, Asura can take many forms for battle, like the six-armed Vajra, a state powerful enough to subdue the embodiment
You have
of the
six
planet's will and the
forms!
source
Well,
of
guess
the
what? I have six!
Wasn't angry enough
Yeah,
to
well,
put
that's
Goma
when the
Flamer
transforms
down for
out
good.
aliens to take that.
At least not yet. Of course, since he's
Yeah, but
literally
that
powered
can-
by
it can
wrath,
only last for,
no
like,
enemy
what,
of
10
Asura's
minutes?
would be stupid enough to do
Depends
something
on,
that would
Wait,
depends on
wait,
the
wait, wait.
version of that, Jen.
Depends on the writer.
right?
Funny you should say that.
God damn it.
First off, Asura is not some one-dimensional anger machine. In myth, the Asuras were powerful and aggressive beings, sure, but not inherently evil, just like Asura himself. He's a warrior, but also a husband with a daughter, Mithra,
And Mithra has the unique power to supercharge mantra energy.
which gave Asura's prideful commander, Deus, an idea. If he could weaponize Mithra, literally wiring her up to a super weapon, the Guardian Generals could maybe finally end Goma Vlitra for good.
Well, obviously Asura wasn't gonna go along with that. So Deus framed Asura for killing the Emperor, murdered his wife, kidnapped Mithra, and then just straight up killed him. What a dick.
Literally
Yep.
too angry to die. So long as a single part of his body remains and can possess mantra, he can climb
You know,
back
actually,
out of
that
Naraka.
track sounds similar to what happens in the game.
Sounds like
Thanks to
Jaws.
some coaxing from a strange golden
Wait, is
spider,
that
he
the actual
did
track
just
from the game?
that, with an all-new
No, I remember it wasn't the game.
Make the gods pay! Oh yeah, they're calling themselves gods now. Turns out they're all assholes who started sacrificing thousands of innocent people to try to power up. So Asura got really
pissed off.
And
Yep.
through his rage, Asura's power exploded, rising enough to throw giants like ragdolls, shatter whole moons, and destroy a fellow deity, Wyzen.
Who could dwarf
Ah,
the planet
remember that earlier?
wicked with just a finger?
I will push you with my finger! Oh, my finger's on fire!
Asura is
Oh,
so
shit, my
powerful,
body's on
so
fire!
cannot be manipulated by the Goma or the deities. He can propel himself with mantra to fly, harden his fists to break steel, fire explosive energy blasts.
And headbutt you so hard you wish you could die even faster. The dude literally stockpiles anger into a burst of energy that can one-shot even the toughest of foes. And when he goes unlimited mode, he can rapid-fire those super attacks without overheating.
Asura's vengeance quest wasn't all shouting and explosions, though. I mean, it was a lot of that, but he also tried to protect people from the gods, including a girl who very much reminded him of his own daughter.
Yeah, Asura's the kind of guy who wants to be a great dad, but all he knows how to do is punch anything that upsets his kid. Like that one dad that knocked out my ref.
And then the gods killed that girl too.
You just
along
laugh
with her
at me.
whole village, sparking Asura to
you
unleash
don't-
his berserker aura.
You know how the gods were sacrificing thousands of people to power up? Well, Asura got so freaking angry, he built up enough mantra to match them, even though they've been building up energy for thousands of years. Seriously, guys, you're pissing off the guy who literally gets more powerful the angrier he gets. What do you
Exactly.
think was gonna
And I
happen?
just
Even
and
in
in fire
berserker
hold on.
mode, Asura never lost total control.
Berserker Asura adds even more extra arms, and they're big and glowy now. The man can launch so much angry
There's
mantra
never
he
been an
wiped out
anime
the
based
god's
on it.
whole space.
Here's the weird thing. There's like 2
Asura's
extra
anger
episodes
raised to levels
DLC,
so high
but they're
that
animated.
he
They're not
couldn't
3D.
contain
They're like completely
So
animated.
They should do a retail in
Even
anime.
though it hurts
Probably
him
would actually
while
work
he's
well.
in it, this form is still
Shame this
perfect
game didn't
for
quite sell enough copies, though.
Yeah, no wonder it goes for high prices.
Thankfully, it's
He
cheap
also saw
on
the error of the
download.
days.
Yeah.
I still blame
And
the
teamed up with Asura for
structure.
a coup against Deus.
No, I think it's just bad marketing, really, in general.
Just
I
in time
did
for
see
Asura
that,
to
but I
hit his
don't know
former
what
boss with
it's
so
like.
much mantra that he burst, then dive into the planet's core to obtain power equal to
Like, you don't need a lot of controllers for that.
Mantra form. Finally,
You'd think that.
Imagine you can't beat the game because you need more controllers.
Yeah.
Literally, Raiders of the
And
Lost
Gaia
Ark
was saved.
for
Yet,
outside 2600.
Asura's wrath hadn't been quelled.
Title drop.
It turns out that
Yeah.
spider that guided him was actually Chakravartin, the creator of mantra and the entire universe.
And
Here you
everyone's
go.
suffering was part of his plan to make Asura his heir. Chakra kidnapped Mithra, because of course he did, and tested Asura in the form of a massive golden Buddha statue. Check out the size of it! That thing can literally hold a galaxy in its palm. Naturally, Asura and the statue threw heads.
Enter the mantra reactor. Capable of holding 7 trillion souls, Asura instead used it as a vessel for a far greater power.
His own unfiltered rage. At last, Asura could show the world his real colors.
Everyone from the humans
Right,
to the
that's not
7
why.
deities to Chakravartin saw Asura's anger as a weapon, a sword for tyranny, when that was never who he was. His rage was really a shield to protect humanity, and most of all, his daughter.
A shield larger than a
And
planet.
Kratos literally
Burned
says
down
that
by his
anger
past
can be a
limits,
weapon if
Asura's
you learn to
ultimate
control it
disruptor
and
form
use it.
effortlessly
Indeed.
busts through asteroids larger
And
than
that's basically
nebulas,
it.
dodged
Wrath,
planet-sized
anger
lasers
is a
moving
shield
2
to
quadrillion
protect
times
the
faster
those
than
you
light,
care for,
and a
and a
blast
sword
of
to
stars.
speed.
And a sword that
Chakravartin
strikes
was
down
understandably
to those who wish you
impressed,
harm.
and offered
So they are
Asura a
factoring
chance to
it.
take his
They are
place.
factoring the
Asura
DLC,
smiled
the
at
non-canon
offer
DLC
and
of
extended
Akuma.
his arm.
Right into Chakra's face, as if he was gonna let some god trample over more worlds. Instead, he literally beat the QTEs out of God,
No, I'm not
obliterating
joking.
him and his plans in a cosmic explosion.
But with Chakravartin dead, so
Good
was the
music,
concept of
Yeah.
mantra itself. Those who depended on it could not survive, including Asura.
Hey, as long as Mithra was fine, it was worth it. Besides, he'll reincarnate millions of years later, still kicking ass, ready to
Yeah.
What, is he in Street Fighter now?
Or
Someday.
Ryu, right in the balls.
Yeah, that's right.
Dangers of uncontrolled
That-
anger.
that-
Asura's wrath gave him the power
We
to
made him-
save everything.
Yeah, he
All
literally
because
fought Ryu and
of
shoot him
just
No, okay,
one thing.
screw Lord
Some
versus Capcom.
bastard
You
made
should
his
Street
daughter
Fighter.
cry, so they had to pay. Now that's a god I can get behind.
Never
My God.
make someone cry.
Alright. I don't care if I'm
Wait, is this
wrong.
by 2 companies?
You want to
I
make
don't-
predictions?
I don't care if I'm wrong, and Asura is cool and all, but I'm betting my money on Kratos. I'm not
I'm
losing
going
faith
to
in
say
the
it
boy.
now. Asura.
I feel like Asura as well.
Retro?
I don't know.
Come up with an answer!
Choose your answer if you
I
want
don't
to.
care.
I don't care about Spyro or Ben 10.
Who would win? Ben 10 or
To be honest, though, I
Spyro?
don't.
Spyro, he burned Ben 10 alive.
But couldn't Ben 10 erase Spyro from existence?
If he did that,
Nah, he didn't get the tip.
I'm just choosing
I understood that reference.
there is a good chance I could be. There's a good chance I could be wrong with Asura winning.
I can see him come
Yeah,
back with
again?
his resurrection.
I don't care if I'm wrong, I'm still putting my faith in Kratos.
alright.
Same here with
That's
Asura.
right.
Buttons are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
Yeah.
Time for a Death Battle!
That's the perfect shot.
Alright, here we go.
Just as it starts. What Del Arvis teased. Oh, they changed it actually.
Yeah. They took out
Always new.
Zeus.
I guess they
Always
shortened
new.
the intro.
Always room for improvements.
Yeah.
Must have been the wind.
And it looks like they're using his 2018 model because it was tweaked a bit in Ragnarok.
Huh.
More like his armor, rather. His model is the same.
I see.
I think the axe is just sticking out. I know it's not done by a big studio with a big budget, but
Runs!
Okay, at least one of us is smart enough to know to run.
It's true then. The god of war is on Gaia, but not for long. You do not want this fight.
You know, this actually would happen.
Yeah. Somewhat, I could say.
Run!
Honestly, I actually thought it was just someone running
he
away.
did the Spartan kick.
Oh, right, I just realized. 9 minutes, right?
It's 6 minutes actually to
6
fight.
minutes, but still.
Alright, Spartan Rage.
Look at it. Now that.
Now, this is cinema.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh!
Oh, we should have seen him skedaddled over there.
Yeah, we'll see it sometime later.
Ooh. Then he home run Kratos.
It doesn't
Bit
feel like a
attractive
self
there, but then again,
otherwise-
Devil Warriors is well known for
consume
doing
you.
video hosts
I have
with
been down that road before. Very well.
I guess he is trying to talk him out of this.
Yeah.
You know, I heard that Del Armis actually wanted to... He had to fight tooth and nail to actually get Ashura's character correct.
Nice.
Yep.
Here. Also, just in case, the spear is a wing-based weapon.
How many key weapons arms does he have? As many as I need to punch everyone in the face.
Yes, he has to win. He has to play Street Fighter somehow. Oh no, she cried.
So I guess Ashura thinks Kratos is attacking his daughter.
I would probably go with that.
Wonder if Atreus or Kratos' old family is going to come into play.
Yeah, I wonder. They're in space. Yeah, just like Asura's Wrath.
I mean, he literally fought on his mentor on the moon.
Yeah, like, see, the axe is, like, sticking up from the handle, or the holster. Because, like, the actual head of the axe is supposed to sit
There.
on the holster.
This. Oh. Wait. Am I gonna see a quick time friend from Kratos' point of view?
Please.
PlayStation buttons.
I mean, we saw it earlier with Asura.
Yeah.
But he's doing the exact same pose!
And he did the smile!
Since when does he smile like that?
In the European version of God of War 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? Why is it original change?
Remember the cage minigame, the cage puzzle that was changed? That was changed to a zombie?
Yeah.
Yeah, in that version Kratos smiles. Like, sarcastically.
Huh. It's like he knew.
Yeah.
It's like we knew.
Infinite spears!
Nice.
Ooh.
good making him look anime-like.
Yeah, they are making.
Oh,
Which
here
is
comes,
actually
here comes the Blade of
okay.
Olympus.
You know, anime God of War is something I would get down with.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Yeah, what if the next God of
He's
War
gonna-
was set in Japanese mythology and it used an anime art style for
Yeah.
a change?
Damn it! He's gonna make it in.
Huh.
He's out.
But not out, I guess.
You are a monster no longer. I never was.
I suppose if when he does die, he'll get revived in years later, so.
Yeah,
Or an hour or two.
What else?
we'll see.
This is gonna be the longest death battle ever if we're gonna have to wait an hour just for him to come back.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
I guess
Good face.
really is gone.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
But are we
I
sure
learned
this
my
is the way
lesson
to
from
go?
Joker
With the
versus
last round
Giorno.
of Stars?
Asura had some amazing displays of apocalyptic destruction, but the full scope of their
Just because you're biased towards one character doesn't mean it's
Alright.
wrong to bet on
Seems
them.
like a shoe-in for Asura. Kratos is quick, but he never dodged a universe-crossing laser.
That doesn't mean he couldn't. Remember, as usual, we look at these characters at their peak, free from gameplay restrictions.
Hey, we're looking at
Alright, fine.
So no bullshit about Kratos can't jump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Helios is
Is that
emphasized
attending
to
the
be
odd one?
immensely powerful.
Uh,
Helios, darkness
Death
would
Battle.
shroud everything.
I don't know.
His light was fast enough to illuminate the entire underworld while Kratos sailed through it, taking a few hours at most.
So, kinda hard to quantify, but that's consistent with the shockwaves the primordials caused that spawned the universe.
Arguments can be made for which is faster, the primordial shockwaves or Chakravartin's intergalactic lasers. Since it's so close, it's safest to assume their speeds are
Also,
generally
from my
Fair
knowledge,
enough, that
What's the
speed advantage
factor
would
if
be.
you don't know
Yeah.
how to use it?
From my knowledge,
Cover
the,
experience.
Norse and Greek are in like pocket
Obviously, a lot lower
worlds,
than
I guess you'd say. Like,
Eventually
so when
learned
someone
to control
says,
his
"Oh, the
range,
North world," they don't
Asura
mean like a planet. They mean like
So,
the
Asura
area,
basically
kind
takes
of.
experience.
And they-
Experience goes to Asura.
Versatility,
Yeah.
he couldn't match all the weapons and abilities Kratos had.
Sure, Asura is quite skilled and a monster at martial arts, but his fighting style mostly relies on one thing.
A whole lot of punching.
Kratos' weapons, magic, runes, relics, and even his rage gave him far more options in combat, slowing down time, healing injuries, and most importantly, multiple weapons that could drain a variety of energies.
Oh yeah,
I mean, then again,
When
he did.
Asura loses all his
Again,
energy,
he did.
that's it.
He's able to move through his
So the
time
Thunder
stop.
Spear
Yeah.
and
Asura.
Blade of Olympus gave
and
Kratos
I came up with
exactly what
names
he
for
needed.
Kratos' three fighting styles with his weapons: Blades of Chaos, God Killer, Axe, Viking,
Could.
and the
Asuра's
spear,
weapons take years or
Spartan.
whole centuries, days at best.
But all this assumes Kratos could match Asura's crazy strength. All
Alright.
roads lead to power, which should go to Asura, right? Look at what he can do! If this came down to who made the bigger kaboom, he'd kick Kratos' ass in 2 seconds.
But a closer examination of their feats reveals the truth.
At his peak, Asura overpowered Chakravartin, annihilating that cosmic golden god.
By measuring the dimensions of Chakravartin's body and scaling it up to match the size of this galaxy-eclipsing statue, we can determine its volume. Add in the density of gold, for good measure assuming the form is solid throughout, and its mass far exceeds not just our galaxy, but our entire observable universe.
Destroying that big golden god would need energy on par with obliterating our universe 91,000 times.
Extremely impressive and
Damn.
unfathomable. However, the same idea applies to Ragnarok shaking the roots of Yggdrasil.
Ragnarok is obviously a bit of a different beast than Kratos, but what really matters is what Freyr did.
Right, Freyr, a god comparable to Kratos, held back Ragnarok's power for a significant time.
So Kratos should be capable of the same level of power, or even more.
Using an official map and knowing the world tree's branches encompass all of existence, we can measure its size.
Again, I think the world tree just applies to Scandinavia and the Norse world.
I see.
Even if we assume the Tree of the Realms is only 1% solid, a significant low ball that Kratos should easily scale above, shaking such an incomprehensibly large structure would require enough force to destroy our universe's mass energy 9 million times over.
That's almost 100 times greater than Chakravartin's destruction. And this isn't some one-off outlier. I mean, a realm-shattering supergiant doesn't sound too different from the other Titans and Olympians Kratos defeated.
That's the thing, isn't it? It's easy to think that we never see Kratos do anything that matches Asura, but we do. Helios' speed matches Chakravartin, and Kratos outsped him. Atlas is strong enough to lift all of reality, and Kratos overpowered him. Kronos defeated the creator of the universe in a one-on-one fight, same as Asura, and Kratos killed Kronos. Add in the clear numerical comparison of Chakravartin, Ragnarok, and Yggdrasil, and Kratos takes the edge in power.
But hey, Capcom, if you give us Asura's Wrath 2, we'll try this again.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Asura's The Sun Rises. The god of wrath was Kratos.
The winner is
That
Kratos.
pun was horrible.
But what if?
Ooh.
Oh wait, an alternate
Alternate
ending.
endings? Did they do that?
I mean, they did alternate scenarios before.
Huh. It's a PlayStation!
I did not expect this. I'll be frank here.
I don't think any of us expected this.
Yeah. I knew he said he animated 9 minutes of this fight, but like... Okay. I did not... Okay.
Oh.
Shit.
Oh, we're gonna see another heartbreaking button mashing moment.
No, I don't think so.
And that concludes my pitch for Asura's Wrath 2.
Okay.
Next time!
So was that all
Wait.
the
Wait. I think I know this one.
Ghost Rider versus Spawn?
Huh.
Subscribe and join
I
the
don't care about-
That's funny.
Death Battle.
Now that
Thanks
it's
for watching.
funny. Because that was Kratos' last opponent, Spawn.
Yeah.
And he's gonna fight Nicolas Cage!
I mean, I don't care about neither, but cool.
So
I-
I guess that was all of the alternate ending. Like, there's not
Yep.
gonna be a video with an alternate ending. It was just a little bonus at the end.
Yeah, probably. I didn't expect that, but
I didn't-
honestly...
I didn't
I'm
know
not-
they do. They're gonna
Okay.
play. It's gonna auto-play the next one.
I
So
tried
what
to-
does that mean Kratos is the winner, or is Asura the winner?
I'd say it's definitely... Asura definitely lost.
Yeah,
it's
but
probably...
it-
It's
but-
just an alternate ending.
Dude,
Yeah.
probably help out with the fans if they.
I'd say the animator just had too much fun.
Yeah, Devil
Yeah.
Artist definitely had too much fun. I mean, he is probably a big... he's probably a big fan of
And also,
Asura's
I
Wrath.
think if Kratos was to die, eventually in the God of War games, that would be a good way to end it.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think,
just Asura show up out of nowhere and then punch him.
yeah. Because the last time Kratos talks about his daughter to Mimir is that he hopes that she found peace.
Yeah.
Alright, thanks for watching this reaction. We will see you.
Wait, aren't we gonna like give our thoughts on the
I'm gonna
the
be
episode?
I couldn't hear a lot of the.
We were talking over each other, yeah.
Analysis. But
Yeah.
I will say the fight itself is actually really impressive. I think probably
Yeah.
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, you want to say this now? I'm pretty sure it was definitely 6 minutes, but it felt shorter and I wanted
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
But honestly, I want to say this now, Devil Artemis, fantastic job. You did fantastic. I mean, this is a...
Did they do it alone or?
I think this is a... He did it on his own.
Oh.
Like,
Damn!
For a one-man animator, he did a pretty good job.
Yep.
Like
Yeah,
I can tell it by the animation that it's definitely not from like a big budget studio or anything. But for a one-man job, he did a pretty good job.
You did amazing.
Yeah.
I
I'm
mean, I guess...
still gonna nitpick that the axe is sticking out in the holster, but hey, for an independent animator, he did a very good job.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. So I think
And
I'll probably do another rewatch just to be sure.
Yeah, and I guess the alternate ending is good to cater to Ashura's fans, but
I was really expecting Ashura to win because I know he can resurrect quicker than Kratos, because Kratos' means to resurrection is
through Greece.
Yeah, the Greece means it's not exactly wouldn't be fast enough for Death Bell standards, right?
Yeah, we haven't seen we haven't seen him resurrect himself in the Norse world, but
yeah.
But yeah,
I think they put a fair argument. I mean, it's clear that they were going to use the lore accurate feats, but
yeah,
I see them. They did fine jobs.
Yeah.
But honestly,
and again, I'm not sure if they got this right or not, but I'm not sure if some God of War fans might disagree with it, but some go with the fact that again, as I said, Greece and Scandinavia and all the worlds with mythologies, they kind of go by their own rules on how the universe was created and how the world is held up and all that. So so basically, Greece is like its own world, and then Scandinavia has its own Norse magic and all that.
So it's not like its own universe.
So basically, when you go into the rules of to Scandinavia, you live within the rules of the Norse world.
Right.
And vice versa with all the other mythologies. But yeah, I'd say this was a pretty good death battle. I was prepared to be maybe disappointed. Well, not disappointed, but
prepared to see Kratos lose.
Yeah, I was prepared for the possibility of him losing, but I'm pleasantly surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised that he did end up winning. Technically,
Technically, he did also lose at the same time.
But I mean, it's an alternate ending.
Yeah, I know, but it's still funny.
I still would say either way, though, pretty amazing. And I actually look for. And I mean, I was expecting for Demi-Feed versus Spawn, but you know what? I'm at least happy to see that. I'm at least happy to see Ghost Rider versus Spawn.
Yeah.
So,
and I guess the lesson from this is that it's okay to put your money on a character you like more, even if the odds are against them.
Yeah, I'm not paying you though.
Well, alright, it's time. Should we end this?
Yeah. Thank you for watching, comment, like, and subscribe. And this was a satisfying episode to watch. Again, good job to the animator.
Great job, Del Armis.
Bye! Bye!
Bye!